Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. As you can see, we're playing Time Division again. This is the third video. This is a quick run through, obviously filming it in a better location for audio purposes. This is a two-player game. It's a card-driven game, which is 18 cards. You're playing with 6, you're passing 6 to your opponent, and 6 are going to go into the center. And it's played best over 3 rounds. You're going to flip this token, see who starts, the dark side or the golden side. Basically, they're both vying to be the best when these kind of two timelines, I guess, converge. But yes, we're playing against a joint time agency and traveling to different periods in history. We'll be in the Middle Ages, in ancient Egypt, and in the 1980s. Now, this is just purely used to assemble this little token device, which you can play in kind of championship mode. Moving along here to try and get a victory. I will not really be talking about that, but showing you that it does go out here in terms of gameplay. If you are watching this as a short, please make sure you watch the full video over on YouTube. This is on TikTok, X, Threads, and also Instagram. So there's various cards that you can be playing with. You can see that this represents obviously the Middle Ages, so make sure you separate those cards out. You can also be playing in the very fun looking 1980s here, Tony Traveller. But I'm just going to show you what I've sleeved. Check out my sleeving playlist for what you're going to play in the first era, which represents ancient Egypt. So this game has been designed by Alexander Schreiber, who I've met a few times in Essen. Check my Essen playlist as well. Published by Heidelberg. This is a game, by the way, in terms of rating, I have talked about this already, is an 8 out of 10. It's a very fun, fairly quick card game, although you do need to be knowing about iconography. If you're used to iconography, as I most recently played with somebody, it's very effective and enjoyable. Okay, so this is a game whereby you're trying to get the most points. Most points is a winner, and you're playing it over, I said 3 rounds. You can just play it over 1. I'd highly recommend giving a shot in case you're impatient with playing it just 1 round. There's a little player aid here telling you about various iconography which do change each round as well. And now what you're going to be doing is taking those 18 cards and shuffling them and dealing them out. So what you're going to be doing is doing 9 to each player. Just to let you know, this is for the special time traveler mode as well, if you want to play with this. Okay, I'm going to put this away now. So those time traveler cards are used in each particular round as well, and you can have little icon reference sheets for every card that you need, which you will be passing as you get used to them. So you'll be passing out 9 cards each, so let's just do that very quickly. But as always, any questions, let me know via YouTube is best, because commenting is there as it does get shared elsewhere. Of course, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So now I've got 9 cards. I'll be picking the first 3 cards, so I won't even look at them to draw the top 3 cards. And I'll be keeping 1, I'll be passing 1 to my opponent face down, and putting 1 here in the center. In terms of these locations on the board, let me briefly tell you about that. This is known as the coin space, this is decision space where you're going to play your cards. This is the temporal space, this is the past, which I've got just out of shot now. And over here we have the independent stack. So card over here is something we could be drawing from. So what do I have here? Well, I have got here the architect. What this represents is you can take a card of your choice from your hand and exchange it with a card of your choice from the past. I've got another card, at the minute it's worth nothing because there's nothing in the past. Maybe I'll give it to my opponent, who knows. This card here, again, I can make a decision reading all these cards first. This is purely worth 10 points, it's worth nothing else. Let's just say I keep it for time being, whatever. And this one over here is worth 9 points, and you can take the 10 influence card from the independent stack and move it to your influence area. Well, isn't that handy? So in that case, I'm going to give it over here, and I'm going to flip to see who starts. Again, we're going to keep on doing this until we've gone through this entire stack. And then we're going to have a total of 6 cards. So I would have had, obviously, a card they've been giving me. I'll be giving cards here. So of those 9 cards I'm starting off with, again, I'm keeping a few of them. And anyway, imagine I'm starting. So I play this card. I play this, and what's going to happen is they're going to play a card, and they play a 7, let's say. I play a highest value card, so I get to keep this on my side, otherwise it would flip. And that determines who starts the next turn. In this instance, I can either keep 9 points, or I can trigger their ability. Or I can let them have 7 points and I can trigger the ability. In this case, I'm going to give them 7 points. And I'm thinking, fantastic, 7 points. And then what I can do is say, right, I'm going to trigger my ability, which is if there's a 10 in here, or it does actually say, take the 10, influence card for independent stack. Of course, that's only if it is there. And then, of course, place it over here. And now that is going to go into the past. That is going to go into the past, kind of face down. It could be face up. It doesn't matter too much. The whole point is I've now gained 10 points. They've gained 7. You will not be getting a card every single turn. But once you've played out all your cards, which again is 6 cards, 1, 2, so again, you can get more than 6 because some things allow you to draw an extra card. Anyway, you're doing a total up your score and compare against your opponent. In the last game I played, I won in round 1, I lost in round 2, and I happened to win in round 3, totaling up the total scores. then you're going to see how well you did. So it's not necessarily who wins each round, it's just about the total score that you get in terms of points. That is the gameplay, very quick to explain as I mentioned here. Hope you found this of interest. A good two-player game that is a great two-player game. It is in my two-player playlist, the AmassGames playlist, as well as they had a setup, play and review playlist. Plus the other ones I mentioned earlier. Of course, make sure you check out the links over in the description YouTube where you can support the channel via Patreon and also listen to the podcast where apparently it's #1 in Korea for gaming, which I found out today. But anyway, speak to you again soon. Thanks very much for watching. Back to the table.